With 8 wins in their last 11 games, Nigel Clough's Derby are a team on the up. This weekend they travel to Lancashire to play a Burnley side who are on the slide after a good start to the season. Commentary in this one comes from Dan O'Hagan.
Pringle, and then Sifka into Luke Moore, and Luke Moore now up against BK, and Moore will go for goal. It's a fantastic hit for Derby County and for Luke Moore. Well, Moore here took aim. Deflection too off Clark Carlisle, I think, off the Burnley skipper, which maybe wrong-sighted the goalkeeper Grant. Brian Laws and Nigel Clough were long-term teammates at Nottingham Forest, of course. Looking horns as managers tonight. Mears. Marnie's cross. Rodriguez with a take. And fielding with the save. Rodriguez has got 3 goals so far this season. On a chilly night, fair stung the hands of goalkeeper Frank Fielding, who did well to hold this. This is Elliott. Tyrone Mears. Dean Marnie. Marnie faced up by Savage. Marnie! Oh, good effort! It's a very meaty hit as well. It comes off that stanchion behind the goal and ripples the rigging, but from the wrong side. And Easton allowed to attack from left back. He's got 3 in the middle here. Easton's ball in. Ross Wallace, deflection. Uwelamo misses kick completely. This was a chance. Wallace onside to Uwelamo. Would have been a goal if he got the touch to it. It's loose. They claim a hand in there, but nothing doing. There's a couple in there. Rodriguez pulled back by Brayford, and also BK was pulled back by Barker. Towards Thompson. Wallace! Crossbar! Burnley's best chances so far have come from range tonight. This one from Ross Wallace was a really good hit. Wallace into Thompson. Now Marnie caught, was he, by Moxie? Yes, he was, says referee Mark Hayward. Yeah, he did catch him. No complaints. It's Tyrone Mears with a free kick, and Tyrone Mears, ex of Derby County, has levelled with his first goal for Burnley against his former club. Wouldn't you just know? And Burnley finally put one away. It's his first goal since a UEFA Cup goal for Marseille against Ajax 2.5 years ago, would you believe? It levels this championship game for Brian Law's team. Elliott's cross, and Cork's header! As we tick into added time, 90 minutes plus, Jack Cork might just have won the game for Burnley. It's a great cross and a steered header past the dive of Fielding, and Burnley might just have snatched the win. Deft glance, which beat goalkeeper Fielding.
Today we had to show that patience, and I thought we passed it very, very well, but we worked the ball better and kept it short, but got round the sides of them, and they were camped in and they couldn't get out. And what we had to do is make sure when the quality went in, we had the runners to go in with it, and Jack Cork finished it sublimely.
It's always a tough place to come here, but having got the lead and held it for quite some time, conceding 2 in the last 10 minutes, leaves us bitterly disappointed with the result. The performance wasn't brilliant tonight, and probably had to defend for too much of the game.
Arctic conditions at the Riverside as Hull travelled to Middlesbrough looking for a 3rd successive victory and the longest winning run under manager Nigel Pearson. So heavy was the snow, Borough fans could have been excused for missing the opening goal. Goalkeeper Luke Steele certainly did. Robert Corran's 20-yard effort somehow eluding the Borough goalkeeper as the Tigers broke the deadlock in the softest of fashions. Borough's Leroy Lita has been far from prolific this season, but his second goal of the campaign pulled the home side level inside half an hour. Lita on the end of Tony McMahon's cross. When Marvin Emnes gifted Liam Rosenior possession, the away side should have regained their lead. Only former Borough man Nick Barmby will know quite how he missed that opportunity. The Tigers did eventually pull in front on the stroke of half-time. Corran's free kick found Anthony Gerrard, the defender's first goal since arriving on loan at Hull from Cardiff. It took just a minute after half-time for Borough to once again equalise. And it was Scott MacDonald, a striker Borough manager Tony Mowbray let go while in charge of Celtic, who grabbed the equaliser. 2-2 it finished, a point not enough to pull Middlesbrough out of the bottom three.
Gary Speed's Sheffield United were hoping for a third straight win when they travelled southwest to play Bristol City. The Blades did the double over City last season, but on the back foot here in just the 6th minute. Cole Skews creating the opportunity for David Clarkson before Leon Britton brought him down. Brett Pittman scored his first goal for the club last weekend against Leicester, and this is as confident and as clinical a spot kick as you'll see. The Robins were then gifted a superb opportunity to give themselves some proper breathing space. A Stephen Jordan handball, despite the protestations of Matthew Loughton and Andy Reid. Same situation, same player, same outcome. Pittman 2, Sheffield United 0. The visitors' damage self-inflicted, and they would make their task even more difficult before the end of the half. If you want to know how to time a tackle, this really isn't the way. Richard Creswell taking out Marvin Elliott, no doubt in the mind of referee Pat Miller. The visitors down to 10 men. And that was followed by some poor keeping from Steve Simonson, although he might claim that he was fouled. A first league goal for Jamie McAllister since March 2009. Ched Evans had a late effort for Sheffield United. Would have been spectacular if it had gone in, but probably wouldn't have made much difference. So it's successive league wins for the first time this season for Bristol City, which left them above the Blades in the table.
The confidence is definitely coming back into the players. We look a lot more solid. It's another clean sheet for us, and the points total is moving us up the league. And the higher up you go, the more confident you get.
We've got to be more professional than that. You know, we know when things aren't going for us, then we need to be brighter and more professional.
The message was clear from the home fans as pressure continues to build on Darren Ferguson. Preston have lost more games and conceded more goals than any other team in the Championship. However, Preston almost got off to the perfect start against Millwall as they looked to improve on a run of just one victory in their last 9. John Parkin unfortunate not to score from the tightest of angles as the Lilywhites began brightly. Ferguson had Andy Lonergan to thank for pulling off some outstanding saves in this match, including this brilliant stop to deny Jason Puncheon. 5 points from safety, the table would have made better reading had Ian Hume taken one of his 2 late chances. But the on-loan striker just couldn't find the target. A clean sheet, no consolation. 6 without a win now for Preston.
Barnsley were looking for a 4th consecutive league win against a Watford team who've struggled on the road in recent weeks. In their 50th competitive meeting, it was only in the second half that this match sparked into life. Gary O'Connor, though, failing to test Scott Loach. Even man of the moment Adam Hamill wasn't having much luck as Watford continued to ride theirs. Loach beaten, Hamill, though, denied an 8th league goal by the post, which actually looked on this occasion like the Hornets' best defender. Just 90 seconds later, a Hamill corner caused more confusion. Jacob Butterfield with a no-nonsense approach, but no reward either. Mark Robins must have wondered how his side didn't claim all 3 points. James O'Brien certainly given plenty of time to pick out a teammate. Paul Hayes not able to end the host's frustration. Watford survived. Barnsley remained 3 points off the playoff places.
So Queen's Park Rangers extend their lead at the summit of the Championship after beating Cardiff. Wins for Coventry and Burnley lift them back into the playoff places. Bristol City are up 4 following their victory against Sheffield United. Crystal Palace go above Middlesbrough. Preston remain rooted to the bottom.
At the start of the month, the surface at Spotland was unplayable because it was waterlogged. After freezing cold temperatures this week, it took an early pitch inspection before the game was given the go-ahead for the second time. Over 3,000 Oldham fans had made the short trip up the A627M, and on 16 minutes the visitors were ahead. Cedric Avina might have thought his chance had gone, but thanks to improvisation from Umare Tonkara, it opened up beautifully for the Frenchman, and his finish was absolutely pinpoint, the first goal of the season for Avina. Dale manager Keith Hill has targeted 20 points from the next 15 games to help retain their League One status. Hanging on to Scunthorpe loanee Bobby Grant could be key, the striker unlucky not to get on the score sheet there. Oldham could have moved into third place with a win, but the Latics once again spurned their advantage. The hosts' equaliser created by Scott Wiseman and Nicky Adams, Matt Dunn with the easy bit. 1-1 it finished, a third consecutive draw for Rochdale, but a chance missed for Paul Dickoff's side.
And that match was the only one in League One this weekend. The point lifts Oldham 2 places into 6th. Brighton currently top the table. Rochdale move up 3. It's particularly tight at the bottom of League One, where just 2 points separate the teams in 14th and 20th.
League Two's only game of the day, Morecambe versus Crewe, was scheduled for last Tuesday night until both teams were knocked out of the FA Cup. The last time these teams met, Crewe were 3-1 up with 3 minutes to go and somehow managed to lose 4-3. One of their scorers on that day, Clayton Donaldson, put the Alex ahead this time. Crewe were making their first appearance at the Globe Arena, and they went 2-0 up before the break in this one too, thanks to Byron Moore, the 4th of the season for him. Dario Gradi said his team had learnt their lesson after last season's collapse, but there would be late drama in this match as well. Morecambe had a chance to pull a goal back when Moore handled in the area. Phil Jevons with a chance to claim his 6th goal in 5 games, but he couldn't beat Rhys Taylor. The goalkeeper a hero. But keep your eye on Taylor here, as with a minute still to play, the Shrimps did finally score. Chris Schuker with the shot. But they couldn't add to it, and this time Crewe held on for victory.
And that win lifts Crewe 2 places to 9th, 3 points outside of the playoff positions. Port Vale, Chesterfield and Bury occupy the automatic promotion places. Morecambe remain in 21st. They need to start picking up points if they are to avoid a nervy second half to the season. Our goal of the week comes from Adel Tarabt. The Moroccans' winner for QPR against Cardiff leaves Rangers 5 points clear at the top of the championship. Next week on the show, Cardiff hope for a return to winning ways against bottom club Preston. While a tricky trip to Hull awaits league leaders QPR. See you then.